Yeah, good afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon.
we
चलिए
were taking
तो
photos.
we can chit chat. हाँ, एक तो मेरी कैमरा भी काम नहीं करी लैपटॉप की लास्ट वीक से yesterday. अच्छा yesterday हो तो why you missed? You were a student
Ask him.
invited.
Yes. No, I was out of station, ma'am. Actually, due to official work, I was in
अच्छा
Jaipur.
अच्छा तो only last moment you went.
No, no.
Okay.
Thursday we left,
अच्छा
sir.
तो you did not tell to Verma because he flies पे था
No, I
मैंने कहा
informed, sir. Already
अच्छा
informed.
अच्छा
He
already.
informed me at the last moment.
Yeah,
Last
That's why I'm
Monday
saying.
before
हाँ
2 days back.
अच्छा
Yes.
so
अच्छा
I
okay.
could not find a replacement. And even if I had in mind to replace, but then it is very difficult, na?
Yes, sir.
हाँ
Yes, sir.
Because
एक तो
Rupesh I selected after a long, thought process.
नहीं तो yesterday
Yes,
तो it was very actually
yes, yes.
going to be embarrassed कि पहले कैंडिडेट participants में नहीं थे actually Mama ji I was thinking कि what they will be thinking
I know,
only me and moderator
Yes, yes.
but after that the participants came late but yes
but it was good. I think
in general हाँ it
subsequently
was good
Yes.
lot of participants.
moderator Dr. Singh was also very good actually moderator was also good and the program was quite good because she has given me the message actually Dr. Ruby
Yeah,
so
yeah.
thank you for the opportunity बोलने के thanks
I
to
think it
you
was
for the
good.
insightful it was good program
Madam, I
ठीक है
transfer
you
to host to you. Now you can
exactly
proceed. And Rupesh, I will take off. Okay.
हाँ
And then as usual, you can take class 6 and 7 review class and then close this. Okay, madam?
so I'm going to bore to Rupesh only today
Yeah.
Rupesh you'll have to be with me today isn't it तो मेरी सेशन 6 किधर है change management strategy yes can you see it is it visible
Yes, ma'am.
is it visible because
Yes,
देखिए last session the session 6 I had not taken actually Rupesh
yes,
so model we had done the last session 5 actually so
yes,
only
yes.
thing that I will be this is the concluding session actually so only thing was missed was the change management strategy actually so
Yes, ma'am.
first I wanted to know कि what are the change management strategies which are generally used by the organization so that is the session 6 so we will be doing the change management strategy then what are the reasons of the failure of the change management then what is needed for the successful change management and then
Yes,
finally
ma'am.
we'll be doing the clear picture of the OD and CM because this paper is all about the OD and the change management so I'll be moving so that much into the session 6 and then I'll be wrap up with the reviews of the all the 5 sessions actually okay
Yes, ma'am.
so coming to the change management strategy so they are the generally 4 types of a strategy are there of the change management which are used in any organization in any vertical actually so these the 4 type of strategies are the empirical rational strategy normative re-educative strategy the power coercive strategy and the environmental adaptive strategy so overview you can see all the 4 overview of this 4 strategy okay, what are these strategy in the brief I'll try to make you understand देखिए empirical rational you can guide देखिए models also you people have done actually
Yes, sir.
but models also you can refer for guide to use to guide the actually the change management processes but what are the strategies actually which are followed into these models that also is important to know okay, which strategy and then which model or which process we should move for the change management into the organization so first strategy which is actually used by the organization is the empirical rational strategy. This strategy, as you can see on the overview, this strategy is actually based on the assumptions that people are rational, people are logical.
Yes,
So people are rational beings and will follow. So what is the assumptions actually? Okay, people are rational, people are logical beings and will follow their self-interest once it is revealed to them. Okay, so
yes, sir.
this strategy Actually, normative, the empirical rational strategy believe that successful change is based on the communication of information and the pro offering of incentive. What you can see in the skin, appeal to their self-interest via incentive. That means people are the self-centered, people are logical, people are rational, they all follow self-interest, so they can easily be persuaded. How? Through the incentives. Okay, so this
Yes.
is the strategy which is followed in the empirical rational. This is the assumption that when to choose this strategy actually. So on the two basis, we will be discussing these four strategies, that what are the assumption, on which assumption this strategy are based, and secondly, where to use this strategy actually. अब देखिए selection factor, if I'll be telling you empirical rational actually, तो change strategy here centers on the balance of the incentive and the risk management.
Yes.
Okay, so this empirical strategy is difficult to deploy when the incentives available in the organizations are modest.
Okay.
So what happened? The people think, why risk what we have for an uncertain future that promises to be no more than modestly better than present. So that is the specifically true when the people currently have pretty good incentives. When the existing incentives are pretty good, and you are for the change management, if we are offering the modest incentives, then people are not ready to take the risk for the change. This is the stress selection factors. So what to do actually? The two strategies are followed in such conditions in the organization actually. One strategy is to cast doubt on the viability of the present state of affairs. So what we are doing into this actually, this strategy. So generally we need to create the doubt about the present state. Okay, so you can, in this case actually, we can attempt to convince the people that they are on a burning platform, or when they are, the current state of affair has a short shelf life. So in either cases, the story you tell has to be convincing, because a byproduct of the empirical rational strategy consists of converts, that is people who buy the story. So because people are logical, people are self-centered actually. So what we need to convince them actually about this. So this is the one strategy actually here, is to doubt the current state and ask the people to move for the new, to follow the change, so that it will be rewarded. Okay, and the another strategy in this is actually state, in the organization which we are following, is to target those people who would influence us, who are the leaders, who are the powerful people, who will be influencing the others to follow these changes actually. So selection factor is that only, if the incentives are modest, people will not be taking the risk for the change. And if the people in such conditions, what we need to do, if first we need to create the doubt or about the viability of the present state, and then secondly, another strategy here is to systematically target converts, that is thought leaders and influencer, who if they buy the story and buy into helping makes the change, and they will be influencing the other people actually. Okay, so this is all about the empirical strategy assumption is that. Okay, coming to the normative one, normative re-educative strategy. So here it is based on the assumptions that the people are social. So people are social beings and will adhere to the cultural norms and values. So normative re-educative strategy actually believe that successful change is based on the redefining and reinterpreting the existing norms and values, and developing the commitments to the new one. So this is in this. The strategy includes the redefining and reinforcing the new norms, redefining and reinterpreting the existing norms, and reinforcing the new norms and
Norms and
values.
values.
Okay, because the change is all about that, from the status quo to the new status,
New state.
new desired status, the future state. Actually, the movement is there actually in the all the change management actually. So change management strategy is ki how to move the organization from the current state to the desired or the future state or to the new state. So this strategy is all about that. अब देखिए where to use this strategy, where to select this strategy. So normative educative strategy actually focuses, as we discussed, focuses on culture, that what people believe about their world, their work, and themselves, and the ways in which people behave. So, ordinarily, you do understand that culture doesn't change quickly or overnightly. So, where the deadline is short, where the deadline for change is short, we cannot follow this strategy actually. So normative re-educative strategy is best more suited when the long-term change is required. So because any long-term change strategy has to incorporate the normative re-educative strategy, enlisting and involving the informal leaders of the organization and keeping them involved is one such avenue. So where the short term is there, in the short term, where the deadline is short, actually, we cannot go for this strategy. But for the long term changes, we can follow the normative re-educative strategy. Moreover, an organization culture is as much in the grip of the informal organization as it is in the grip of the formal organization. So, for this reason, the normative re-educative strategy works best when relationships between the formal and informal organizations are at least cordial and helpfully harmonious. But if they are at odds with one another, this change strategy is denied. This change strategy should be denied to management. That being professional, we need to understand actually with the culture is not cordial and hopefully harmonious, there's other odds, there's a differences in the organizational member, then this strategy should be denied to the management. Okay, so this is all about the normative strategy. That's what I'm saying. Normative re-educative strategy, that depends on the culture of the people. People usually value the norms and the culture in which they are brought up. So you can redefine them and add values to it to make the change, but this cannot happen overnightly, as I told you. So if our deadline is short, then we cannot follow this strategy. Okay, so coming to the third strategy, that is a power coercive strategy. So power coercive strategy, as you can see, this is based on the assumptions that people are compliant. So people are basically compliant and will generally do what they are told or can be made to do. So as per the power coercive strategy, the successful change is based on the exercise of authority, on the imposition of the authority. Getting it out? So
Yes, yes.
power coercive is the strategy that uses the authority to influence the people to do what they want. So in general, people do what they are told to do. And
Yes.
this approach is successful in certain organizations. In all organizations, we cannot apply the power coercive, use the power coercive strategy. Understanding
Yes, yes.
in many situations, what happens actually, in many situations, people actually want and will readily accept a power coercive strategy, but particularly when all feel threatened and few know what to do. So selection criteria when will be coming, when to use this actually strategy. So the two major factors influencing the choice of the power course strategy are the time and the seriousness of the threat faced. Getting it out? So
Yes, sir.
two major factors are there, which is affecting the choice of the power coercive strategy. That is the time and the seriousness of the threat faced. That means that if the organizations are sitting on the burning platform, or if the organization's threat is grave and the time for action is limited, the power coercive strategy is best suited. But only if all concerned people can in fact see that the platform is on fire, and in reality it is not practical. This rarely is the case in any organization, that all people will be understanding the threat. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
few companies are filled with the people who understand the way the businesses works, and fewer people still appreciate the threats it faces or the opportunity it encounters. So it has been argued that change-minded leaders should create a burning platform. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
what is has been argued, actually suggested is actually कि if you are applying the power coercive strategy actually, so leaders should create a burning platform actually. So the idea might have merit in extreme situations, but it also entails considerable risk to the organization, to its people, and to the leader who attempts it out. So the mitigating factor here is the culture actually, because effect of culture also plays a role in this approach. The effect of culture also plays a role in this power coercive approach, because if the culture is if the bureaucratic if the bureaucracy is ringing in the culture, then this approach might work. But conversely, if the culture is laced with the autonomy and entrepreneurship, then
Then it will
people
not work.
people can oppose or
Suppose.
resist authoritarian moves. So in this case, what we can do, key positions might have to be filled with new people, because people may resist, people may oppose if the culture is of entrepreneurship around me. Then what we need in this, what a strategy should be, that few key people are opposing actually, they should be replaced by the new people. Okay, so in this case, key positions might have to be filled with the new people actually. That is the only conscious effort we are doing into the when we are applying the power coercive strategy for the change actually. So as you can see, people are compliant, provide a clear direction backed by the sanctioning. That means, because in the power coercive, what we are doing, we are imposing the sanctioning or authority. Authority is generally imposed into the people actually. And when will it be happening? So whomsoever are opposing, they should be replaced. Then only this strategy we can follow. Okay, so this was the third strategy. Fourth strategy is the environmental adaptive. This strategy is based on the, you can see, based on the assumption that people are
Adaptive.
adaptive. Exactly.
Yeah.
People oppose loss and disruptions, but they adapt readily to new circumstances. So change is based on actually building a new organization and gradually transferring people from the old and to one to the new one. So this strategy shifts the burden of change from management the organization of the people act, natural adaptive nature of the people, and avoids the many complications, okay, associated with the trying to do change people or their culture. It is very difficult to change the people. People are the mature ones. It is very difficult to change their thought process and to change their culture actually. So in environmental adaptive strategy, what is done actually, essentially this is a strategy of self cannibalization. That is, you set out to eat your own lunch before someone else does. Also known as, this strategy is also known as the die on the vine strategy. The environmental adaptive strategy hinges on the common place observations. What is that observation? That although people are often quick to oppose change, they, they view as undesirable. They are even quicker to adapt to new environments. So consequently, instead of trying to transform existing organization, it is often quicker and easier to create a new one and gradually move people from the old one to new one. Once the people will be there, instead of being able to oppose change, they are faced with the prospect of adapting to new circumstances. And the old organization then is left to die on vine. And that's why it is also an environmental adaptive strategy is also known as the die onto vine. Because in this, people don't like loss, and instead of trying to change the people, what we are doing, we are building the another organization and shifting the people there so that they work in the new environment and according to the new rules, and the old organizations, old norms will be dying on the vine. Okay, so these are the four strategy. So we talk about the four models last sessions, and these are the four strategies which has been left actually, which in the sixth session I needed to cover it up. Okay, what are the strategies which are used? Empirical rational, which are based on the assumption that people are logical. Normative re-educative strategy, which is based on the assumption that people are social. Power coercive strategy, which are based on the assumption that people are compliant, and the environmental adaptive strategy are based on the assumption that people are adaptive to the new environment. Okay, so now moving to this new next slide, as you can see it are factors considered in formulating a strategy. I have already changed management. If you can recall, Rupesh,
Yes,
that
sir.
change management, what we are talking about, who we are changing. Change management focuses on.
The total system, the total culture, everything.
No, this is the difference. OD is focusing
What
on whole system change, but the change management is focusing on the people side of change.
people say, yes, sir.
This is the difference actually. At the end, that's what clarity I wanted to give. Because
Yes,
देखिए, change management actually is the process to ensure that change deliver the intended result and outcomes by addressing the most critical element of successful change, that is the people side of change. Change
yes, yes,
management is always focusing on people side of change. And why I'm because telling you, because they can, and four type of strategy I told you, which are based on the four type of assumptions actually. Like people are social, people are comfortable, people are adaptive, and change management is based on the people side of change. And people are all, people are all, they are logical, they are social, they are compliant, they are adaptive. So what I'm telling, that selecting one strategy will not work.
yes.
So we should go for the mixed
Mix of everything.
strategy. Exactly. And the mixed strategy selection is based on the certain factors actually, which you can see on the screen. Okay, what are those factors actually? The consideration in formulating a strategy mix. Okay, generally, as I told you, there's no single change management strategy. So you can adopt a general or grand strategy. You are best served by some mix of strategies and the tactics. A useful exercise is to queue up or line up a change initiatives and examine each of them in relation to various strategy, and then select your mix of strategy on the basis of degree of change, degree of resistance, population, that means strength of the organization, then stacks, then time frame, expertise, and dependency. So selection of change of a strategy, the next strategy selection is based on this factor. Degree of change, when I say, then I'll be giving an example that a radical change or the transformational change for the, if we are moving for the transformational change or the radical change actually, then which is the best suited strategy is the environmental adaptive strategy. When less radical changes are there, then this strategy will not be suited. So radical change or the transformational change argues for the environmental adaptive strategy, whereas less changes argues against this strategy actually. So degree of change is high, then goes for environmental adaptive, and if it is not small changes, then go for the resistance. If the resistance of the people are strong, then you need to make the power coercive and environmental adaptive strategy, because strong resistance argues for a coupling of power coercive and environmental adaptive strategy. But if the resistance is weak, then weak resistance argues for a combination of empirical rational and normative re-educative strategy. So when the high resistance of the people are there in the organization, so we should go for the power coercive and environmental adaptive strategy. And when the resistance is low and weak, then we should go for the empirical and normative strategy. How to select the strategy as per the population? Population means that we are talking about the number of people or the strength of the people or the size of the organizations. So when there is a large population or there is a diverse population, then we should go for the mix of all four strategies. That means
Yes.
something for everyone should be there. So when there is a large population, when there is a diverse population in the organization, we should go for the mix of all four strategy. Okay.
Okay.
So this way only the selection is done of the strategy mix actually. Stakes. Fourth factor is the stakes actually. When the high stakes are involved, then the high stakes argues for a mix of all four strategies again. Okay. When moderate stakes are there, then we can go for the power coercive.
Power coercive.
Yeah, exactly. When the low is there, then
Then
avoid
empirical.
power coercive. Love,
Yes.
exactly, very rightly. Now you are understanding. Then we can move for that. But when there is a low stakes are involved, then avoid power coercive strategy in low stakes situations actually. So this way only, so you are, that means you are understanding the difference actually. As per the time frame, fifth factor for the selection is the time frame. Can you tell me if the short time span is there, then which strategy we should go for?
Time frame.
Short. If the deadline is there and the time frame is short, then we should go for which strategy?
It may be power coercive because
Rightly,
people are
very
compliant
rightly
and
put.
clear direction backed with census.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. Now you are understanding. And if there's a long time frame is there, then we should go for the,
Long time, definitely it would be
we are having the ample of time for moving for the change. Long time frame is there. Then we should move for the
environmental adaptive. No,
mix
no.
of
Mix,
mix of
mix of
rational, normative, and environmental.
environmental.
And understanding they have what type of people, what is the culture of the organization, we can go for
Yes.
the mix kind of rational, normative, and environmental
Yes.
strategy, adaptive strategy. Okay. Sixth factor is expertise.
Hello, I think disconnected. Yes, sir. Sir, class disconnected. वो लिंक मैडम का वो लग रहा है वो डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया ड्यू टू। हाँ हाँ, यस मैं हूँ। हाँ ठीक है, ओके सर। यस 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 मैम। ओके ओके सर, ओके। ठीक है, ओके 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 सर, ओके।
हेलो
Yes, sir.
ग्रुप पे मैडम आ रही,
Okay.
ये लगा दिया उनको, मैडम को फिर से होस्ट
Yes. Have you given the host?
यस
Okay, you share this.
it's on.
Is it visible?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's what we were doing actually. So, Rupesh, you can see it now. So we were talking about the factors are considered in formulating a strategy mix actually. We talk about the degree of change, degree of resistance, population, stakes, time frame, expertise, and then dependency we were
Dependency.
talking. Expertise, I told you कि if the OD experts are available in the organization, then we can go for the which one? We can go for the mixed of all
Mix
three
of all
strategies.
three. Yes.
Yeah, but if we don't have the expertise available in the organization, then we should move for the power coercive
Power
strategy.
passive.
Actually, yeah, change leaders can move with the power coercive strategy. Dependency is the last factor. So dependency, what do we mean actually? If the organization is dependent on its people, then its ability to command and demand is limited. And on the other hand, if the people are dependent on the organization, then ability to oppose is limited. So you tell me in the both the conditions, which strategy is suggestible? When the people are dependent on the organization, what is happening? The resistance is less. The
Less.
ability of the people to oppose is limited. So we can go ahead with the
Then power
degree
coercive,
of
definitely.
power coercive and environmental adaptive
Environmental.
actually. Yeah, but if the organization is dependent on its people, then people are highly resistant.
Highly
Then
resistant.
yeah, then we should move for the so opposite. This is the dependency. Actually, we should move ahead. So आपको difference समझ में आ गया है all the four strategy because you are able to make it out as per these factors actually which strategy we should be choosing actually. So after the change strategy, I wanted to conclude the basic things actually. The next will be what are the reasons of failure of the change management. Now we are finishing the course. So you people need to understand what are the reasons of the failure of the change management actually. The first change management can fail due to confusion, frustration, and resistance and mistrust
Stress.
among the employees. Confusion of the top management, frustration among the organizational member, resistance from the organization member, and mistrust among the employees. Okay, so these are the reasons of the failure of the change management. The second reason which is can lead to the fail of the change management is employees are rushed for the change. If you are rushing for the change, then also the change management will fail
Fail.
because we need to give the time,
Time.
ample of
Yeah.
time to the people because no one can change overnight. Okay, so change management can fail when employees are rushed into change without proper transitions or training. Okay.
Yes.
So without proper training or transitions, if we are rushing for the change, then change management will definitely be failing. Then change management fails when employees are not convinced of the change. They can consider it unnecessary or as a burden, and they will not be accepting the change. So we need to convince the people actually. And then lastly, change management fails when the organization fail to win their employees trust, or fail to train them properly to adapt to change, or when organization don't have measurable goals or the right goals, or when the organization failed to make use of data along the transition process. So whatever from the diagnosis, the analyzing the diagnostic informations, whatever conclusion we have drawn, whatever data we are having, if you are not utilizing it properly into the transition process, then also the change management will be failing actually. So these are the major reasons for the change of the change management actually. Coming to the next, what is needed for the successful change management? So first change is the process that should not be rushed.
Rushed.
So if we want that our change management should be successful, then we should not rush. So to what we need to make the change management successful, it is necessary to ensure that employees understand the need for change and eventually learn to accept it out. Okay, so for successful change, this is very important to motivate the people. Okay,
Yes.
they should accept it, they should understand the need for change, and they should accept the changes. Okay, third, while employees is working to move towards the change, it should be rewarded. We should reward them, we should motivate them through the rewards and recognitions. Okay, through the incentives if possible. So trouble mongers can be disciplined to set the proper examples actually. Okay, so firstly, what we need to do, that employee, we need to ensure that employees understand the need for change, and they should eventually accept, learn to accept the change. Then, secondly, the employees working should be rewarded. Okay. Thirdly, effective change management also requires setting the right goals. Whatever reasons we have, reasons of fail are there. Just opposite to that will be into the making the change management successful actually. So effective change management require the setting the right
Right
goals.
goals.
That means measurable goals. Okay. Then effective management requires monitoring the risks and the assumptions.
Assumptions.
What are the risks? Okay, then careful cost benefit analysis
Analysis.
required. Then careful considerations regarding possible resistance to change is
Change.
required, because if we will be not be able to consider the possible resistance actually, then how to manage it will not be possible. We can, when we'll be understanding the possible resistance of the change, then it is necessary to understand how to manage it actually. So similarly, without winning the trust and confidence of employees, change management can be impossible to implement. Apart from that, we need to win the trust of the employees to make the change management successful, because without winning the confidence of the trust and the confidence of the employees, the implementation, successful implementation of the change management is not possible. Okay, and then as we have talked, okay, we need to give the ample of time. Employees might also need time to emotionally accept the change. So understanding both the emotional and technical aspects associated with change can help better manage the change, and it can help better leading to successful change management. So what is the bottom line? We need to understand the emotional as well as technical aspects associated with the change. And then only we can lead the successful implementation of the change management.
Change management.
Okay, okay. Only technical aspect understanding will not do. Emotional aspect of the associated with the of the people also we need to understand. So these are things to be done. Activities we have, I had already talked about actually what activities should be carried for the effective or successful change management. One is the अब देखिए इसको, if I will be concluding it out, then motivating the people, then creating the vision, developing the political support, then managing the transition of period, and then sustaining the change or make it a stick. These are the things which will be leading to the successful change management. These activities we need to carry for the success of the change management actually. Motivation is first. Motivating the people through the
Yes.
creating the readiness for change. ये सारा
Ready.
आपको दूसरे स्टेप पे भी हम लोग बात करेंगे, because the last
Yes.
session also we had done it out actually. And in the end, in the concluding sessions, now you need to have the clear picture of OD and the change management actually. Where OD and change management differs from each other and where do they overlap. So this is the clear picture of that actually in front of you actually. You can see it out. The first, where are they are differing. So first point you can see it out, organization development, more often a whole system application. In the beginning only I had restricted you, because OD and change management, this is the difference actually.
Difference. Yes.
OD is focusing on the whole system application and taking an open systems thinking approach, which involves earlier in the change life cycle and defining opportunity. So OD is involved in the earlier stage of changes, and that's why it is a long-term process.
Yes.
OD is, that's why the long-term process actually, because OD projects include ongoing
Yes,
activities.
ma'am.
Okay, whereas change management you can see, change management more often project application.
Application.
Yes, I had told you, that's why the change management definition I was telling. So change management definitions for the project I had defined it because change management separate project if you were taking it out in the organization. So this is the major difference, because organization audit involves change management, but the change management may not be involving the OD. So
Yes,
change
ma'am.
management more often is the project application, taking and catalyzing individual employee change, which, because as I told you, it focuses on the people side of change actually. So it is applying an employee change approach actually. It is involved in implementation and taking a delivery approach. So change management falls in picture at the implementation phase,
Implementation.
and that's why it is a short-term process.
Mm.
So once the change is done, then we used to mark the change management project completed,
Completed.
and nothing is done after that unless and until next change is identified. Okay,
Right.
so
Right.
first major difference is that OD is the whole system application and it is a change management is the
Project application.
project application. OD is, that's why long term it is start in the involved in the earlier stage of change life cycle. So it is a long term process and it is involved in the implementation or delivery phase. So it is a short term process. Okay, this is the two major differences. Next, you can read it out. OD more focused on how the system functions as the building block of successful change, and how people get along and work together effectively on an interpersonal level in the change process. Secondly, whereas the change management more focused on how to catalyze individual employees,
Yes. Right.
it is focusing on system functioning, it is
Mm.
focusing on individual employee changing. Okay, how
Yes.
they will be doing their jobs actually. So building blocks as the building block of successful change, they are change management is focusing on the individual employee change, but in the OD as a building block of the successful change, it is focusing on how the system functioning will be improved, how the system functions. Okay. Third is the more focused on designing interventions. OD is more focused on designing interventions to modify higher order organizational components like organizational structure, systems change, process change, and the relationships change. Whereas change management is more focusing on applying structures approaches to facilitate
Individual.
individual adoptions of changes to an employee's process, workflows, and behaviors in specific initiative execution, and that is through the targeted assessments, processes, tools. So understanding the difference actually, what are the differences actually? So as I told you, all OD involves the change management, but change management may not involve the OD. So these are the three major changes. First is this whole system based. OD is whole system based. It is
Yes.
more focused on the system
System
functioning.
functions.
Yes, it is more focused on the designing the
Designing
OD
intervention.
interventions, whereas change management is the focusing on the project application based. It is focusing on individual employees
Individual
based.
employees.
Yeah, and approach is structure approaches to facilitate the
Individual
individual
adoption.
adoption of changes actually.
Changes.
Okay, so these are the majors. Where do they overlap? Because there's a very blur line between the OD and CM we used to tell. Because OD and CM change management, because so many people actually doesn't understand, because change management is an integral part of the OD, but OD may not be the part of the change management. इतनी clarity आप लोग को होनी चाहिए. But
Yes,
where
yes.
do they overlap with each other actually? So overlapping, you can see it out in the middle. They are crossing each other. What is the first point? Both focuses on the
Human
human
dynamics
dynamics within the
within the
organization. Second is they recognize the critical nature
critical
of the
nature
individual employee in the performance and
and
improvement of the
improvement.
organization. So both are focusing on the improving the organization performance actually. Okay. Third is for both are focusing on improving organizational effectiveness. Both are focusing on supporting the ROI, return on investment of change initiatives, and both are increasing the alignment between the employee behaviors and strategic imperatives. So these are the three major issues where they are overlapping. Is a the both are focusing on human dynamics of change, both are focusing on improvement of organization, and both are focusing on improving the organization effectiveness and ROI. Okay, of the whatever change initiative or the whatever OD initiative we are taking it out. So whatever is the return on investment of that, so it should support. So both are focusing on improving that actually. Okay, so this is the clear picture of the OD and CM. So that's where I needed to. So now the what is left actually is sharing of the skin is the review part actually. Oh. So review, coming to the review part, if you can recall actually, sharing OT. Just a moment. Let me find this session one we have find. Can you see this?
Yes.
So this is the session one actually. So अब देखिए केवल overview आप लोग has been left actually on the part of the course review actually. So first session we did the OD and change management. In that what we discussed, what is OD and what is the
Change
what
management.
OD is not.
Yes.
Okay, and then we talk about the growth and relevance of the OD. At the growth and relevance में हम लोगों ने क्या discuss किया? Three major
Major
trends,
trend.
yeah, which are shaping the
Globalization.
change into the organization, which are globalization, IT, and the managerial innovations. Then we talk about the history of the OD, how the OD has been evolved in 50 years from 1950s till today. So there's a 5 stems of the OD practices from 1952 till date actually. So first stem is the laboratory training. Second is the action research.
Action research.
Laboratory training gives the technique of the sensitivity training,
Sensitive.
the T group. Yes.
Yes.
Action research give the survey feedback.
Survey feedback.
Third was normative approaches. Normative approaches was including which Likert's participative management and the OD grid, managerial OD grid. It was included. The quality of work life and then the productivity is the fourth step, and the strategic change, which is the most recent addition to the OD, actually 2000 onwards. The strategic changes are focusing on alignment of the environment, strategy, and organization design. It is focusing on what products or what services should be developed in which market they should compete. Getting it out. So these
Yes.
are the things actually which. So these are the 5 important steps of the history. This is the history of the OD which we discussed about. So I will not go in the depth. At the end, we talked about the OD strategies,
Strategy and techniques.
techniques, which are sensitivity training, survey
Survey
feedback,
feedback,
process consultations,
team
team
building,
building, and appreciative inquiry.
inquiry.
Getting it out? Appreciative inquiry in the model also we have OD model we have discussed. Oh, so much,
Hmm.
so much noise in your background.
Yes.
Children are playing. Yeah, can you hear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
I just
So,
muted it.
acha, you muted, so you cannot then discuss. That is the problem.
I'll
You are the only one.
I'll discuss when
Uh,
I'll
okay.
speak.
So
Then
this is
yeah.
the OD strategy. And it's okay. So you just because you're sitting on the background only, they are shouting.
Yeah, in front of actually there's a balcony. Na, so after that,
Acha, balcony. Okay. That is the
after
thing.
that balcony, so people have children are playing.
Okay, okay. There is evening timing is there. Okay. We cannot restrict the children. Children are children. We can
No, there is
only.
a park in front of my building. There is
Acha,
a
okay.
park, so
Uh,
in the
so you're
evening.
sitting in balcony.
No,
Okay,
I'm
that.
my balcony is just my behind the room, so
Acha, acha,
I'm in
acha, acha,
room.
acha.
So
Okay. ठीक है. Okay, so OD strategy we have talked about, and then in the end, benefits of the
benefits
OD
of
we
OT.
talk about. So what are the benefits of the OD? It is continuous improvement, continuous
Effective.
employee development, effective
Yes,
communication, quality products and services improve. What is the benefit of OD? It improves the quality of the products and services. It
services.
increases the organizational effectiveness. So these are the benefits of the OD. And then in the end, in the session one, we discuss what OD is not.
Right.
So what is OD is clear now. What is
Yes,
OD?
ma'am.
OD is the systematic organizational change.
Change.
OD is the process of planned change in strategy and structure, people and processes, climate and culture, and in the whole system. Okay.
Yes.
Right now also we have discussed. But what OD is not, so OD is not a toolkit filled with trick, gimmicks, programs, and methodologies.
Yeah.
OD is not a mindless application of someone
Someone
else's
else must
best
be.
practices. OD is not short-term manipulation to achieve immediate financial gains. So this clarity you should have, what is OD and what OD is not. Okay, so coming to the second session. So second session we discuss about the OD models. Okay, so types of OD models we had discussed in this actually. Key types of OD models first before OD models we had talk about the learning or organization model. What is the difference between the organizational learning and the learning
Learning organization.
organization actually? Why? Because which model is best, which is leading the creation of the learning organization, which is promoting the national effectiveness, but which is also leading the creation of the learning organization. The OD model is the best model actually. So after that only we have started the model OD models. अब देखिए सबसे पहले आप लोग ये that we had discussed actually कि conceptually organizational change approaches are based on two main theories: change process theory and the
Implementation.
implementation theory. But I had taken those model which were based on the implementation theory. Why? Because this is the difference. Because change process theories are developed by the academicians and it addresses how and why change occurs.
Yes.
But what action to be taken to guide process is not taken by the change processes theory. So, but implementation theory is developed by the professionals and it is actually addressing that what action can be taken to initiate and guide the change actually. So that is the reason I took the we discussed the four main implementation models of plan change in my session that way. So
Yes, ma'am.
what were those? The Kurt-Lewin three-step model of changes. You know all three we have discussed,
Yes,
because
discussion.
this
Yes.
is the one model which can be, you can mention into the change management model also as a OD model also, because this is the implementation, first implementation model which was given by the Kurt-Lewin three-step model of the change actually. Okay. Second was the
Yes.
action research
Action
model.
research.
This is also given by whom? Kurt-Lewin.
Kurt-Lewin. Kurt-Lewin.
Both
Yes.
are, this is the 8 steps model. They keep be coming to the Kurt-Lewin 3 step, unfreezing, moving, and refreezing. Unfreezing the old behavior, moving to a new level of behavior, and refreezing the behavior at the new level. This was
Yes,
the
ma'am.
Kurt-Lewin 3 stages model. And the 8 steps action research model, this was also given by the Kurt-Lewin actually. And what were the 8 steps? That first, problem identification. Second, consulting with behavior science expert. Data gathering and diagnosis, feedback to client, and then joint diagnosis of the problem, joint
Absolutely.
action planning, action phase, and the data gathering
After
after
action.
action. So these are the 8 steps, because depth mein I will not be going.
Okay.
Third model we discuss actually is the 4D appreciative inquiry model, which what was the 4D into that this model? First D was discovery,
Discovery, dream
uh,
phase, design phase, and delivery.
exactly. Discover the change, dream the change, and then design the change intention, and
And
then
delivery.
deliver the change. So these were the 4D model. And then we discussed the fourth model of the general model of the plan change, which includes the 4 steps. In the end, you can see entering and contracting, then diagnose and feedback. Then third step was the planning and implementation, and then evaluation and institutionalization. But this change general model, it was revised, and the two more steps had been added,
Added.
which is the most ideal model of the OD chain. Okay, what were those 2 steps which had been included actually into the general model? Was the assessing organizational and client factors, and then empowering
Or
withdrawal
draw
stages
system.
actually. So these were the 2 steps, and these 6 steps actually, before the assessing organization, the sequence is wrong actually, because they first will be the entering and contracting, then second should be the diagnosis and feedback, and third should be before planning and implementing the changes, assess the organization and client factors actually, and then plan and implement. Then fourth will be evaluation and institutionalization, and then sixth should be empowering withdrawal stages. So these are the 6 steps, which is the most ideal model actually right now. These 6 steps actually, and from here only actually we used to give the general steps of the OD processes actually. Only things we will do, we will be breaking the diagnostic steps, which I'll be OD interventions. I'll be showing it out. So if I'll be going to similarities and these things I will not be going. Here we had concluded, as you can
Yes, ma'am.
see, targeted outcomes में आप नीचे देख सकते हो. So कि all the models, 3 step action research, appreciative inquiry, general model, they are promoting the organizational effectiveness, but they are not resulting in the creation of the learning organizations. So only model, the revised general models, which was including the 6 steps actually, that is the only model which is leading the creation of the learning organization. And as per the professionals, as per the practitioners, this is the best model actually, because the learning organization is the hallmark of all the OD efforts actually, which is distinguishes the field of OD from the change management. Change management never lead to the creation of the learning organizations, because OD is the long term process actually. So it is actually targeting the creation of the learning organization, building the culture of the learning in the organization. It takes time. No culture can be cultivated in overnight actually. So best OD model is that model which is resulting or targeting the creation of the learning organization apart from the improving the organizational effectiveness. So this we had concluded the OD models here actually. Okay. So coming to the third we had done the OD interventions actually. OD intervention, just a moment. So this is the session 3. We did it out OD interventions actually. And from here, because from the OD actually, I had given the process of OD, which are the general steps, which has been broken into the 8 steps right now, because the revised general model, we talked about the 6 actually, but when we are generalizing in the larger organization, the process of OD, then the 8 steps are used actually, which is the first is entering and contracting, then diagnosing the diagnosis at the organization level, because diagnostic, because depends success of the change is depending upon the how accurate is the diagnostic process actually. So diagnosis we are breaking into the 2 steps here. So diagnosing at the organization level and then diagnosing at the groups and the jobs level actually. Then fourth step is a collecting and analyzing the diagnostic information. Then fifth is the feeding back diagnostic information to the client organization or to the organizational members. And then after that, after in consultation, OD consultant in consultation with the client organization or the organization members, sixth step we are designing the OD interventions. And this only in this sessions we have discussed about the OD interventions. Seventh is the leading and managing the change. Here falls the change management in the picture, in which we have talked in the next session the change management actually. And eighth is the evaluating and institutionalizing the OD intervention. So these are the actual steps which should be followed as a process of OD actually. So 8 steps are there into the process of OD. Okay. So do the diagnosis should be elaborate. Then only we'll be able to analyze the root causes of the problem in the organizations actually. Okay. So in this sessions, it was all about the OD intervention. Okay, what is an OD interventions? We have talked about. So OD intervention is a set of sequenced planned actions, events, activities, which is intended to help an organization to increase its effectiveness. Then we talk about the criteria. The most important part we talk about in that was what are the factors that impact the success of OD interventions. They're the 2 factors, with first factor which is relating with the change situation, and change situation include readiness for change, capability to change, cultural, that is organizational culture, and then capability of change agent. So this is affecting the if the organization is not ready for the change, if the organizational members are not ready, readiness for change is actually linked with the organization members. If the organization members are not ready for the change, then the OD interventions will fail. So
Fail.
OD, yeah, if the then second, capability to change is concerned with the organization. If the organizations are not capable to carry the change, then also it will be failing. And if the organization culture is not supporting to the OD intervention, then also it will be failing. And then if the capability of the change isn't, if the change is not capable, it will be. So these are the factors which is linked with the relating to the change situations actually. So this is the first factor which is impacting. And the second factor is the relating to the target of change, which is actually including organizational issues and the organization level. So type of OD interventions, first is changing as per the change situation, which is including readiness for change, capability to change, culture, organization culture, and capability of the change agent. And the type of interventions change as per the organizational issue and as per the organization
Level.
level. Exactly. So क्या होता है कि if the organization different issue, 4 type of actually issues are described into the organization. That is a strategic issues, technology and structure issues,
Structure.
human resource issues and the human process issues. And as per these issues, there will be the interventions. If there is a strategic issues are there in the organization, then we'll be opting for the strategic OD interventions. If there is a technological and structural issues, then we are going for the techno-structural interventions. If human resource issues are there, then to address it out, we will be going for the human resource HRM interventions issues. अब ये over आप पूरा picture इसका देख सकते हो. Here will not go here. Types of OD intervention in and the as per the organization level it is changes. As per the organization issue, you can see this picture actually, because if there is a strategic issue like a what product, what services should be developed, what in which market the company should be competing, how to relate to environment, then how to gain competitive advantage. If these are the issue, to address these issues, the strategic change interventions will fall in picture, which are the three types of transformational change, continuous change, and trans-organizational changes. So we had already discussed about it out actually. So four types of issues are, and there will be the four types of interventions will be there.
Interventions.
Yeah, and the levels, four type of levels will be there, which overview we had seen as per the level. You can see. So individual level, team level, intergroup level, total organizational system level. So as per level also, the type of interventions will be changing it out. So at the different level, different OD interventions will be applied. So OD interventions will be changing as per the organizational issue and as per the organization level. As per the organization level, four levels we are identifying: individual level, team level, intergroup level, and the total organizational system level or trans organization level actually. And the as per the organization, four issues are there: human process issue, human resource management issue, then techno structural issue, and the strategic issue. And as per that, four types of OD interventions will be there. So this only we talked about in this. So ये major इसके अंदर यही था आपका, that we talked about the
Continuous.
and yeah, and when to use the OD actually. So to when to use OD, we have already actually for changing the strategy, structure, people, for changing the people, for the changing the processes, policies, procedures, climate,
Yes.
and this. So we are using it out and to for improving the organizational effectiveness, for improving the organizational performance. We are using the OD actually. So these in the bigger picture actually we have already talked about actually. So now after the OD intervention, so three sessions I did for the
OD.
OD and the three sessions I did for the
Change management.
change management. Exactly. You have the clarity. And the change management, what is change management? You have clarity?
Yes, ma'am. Change management for people. Have to change.
Yeah, exactly. Change management is an approach to
Actually, change management is for preparing people to accept the
people and group. They can change
yes, the group.
management
Yes.
actually is the process to ensure that change delivers intended results and outcomes by addressing one the most critical elements of the successful change, that is the people side of change. So in practice, change management plays out of the several different levels within the organization level. So at the three level we have talked about the enterprise level, project level, and individual level. But in application, actually, the change management is the project applications. So which we have in the difference the last session also we discuss about actually. इसमें जो major things which you need to recover, what are the biggest challenges to the change management, which we have talked about, resistance to change and the building the culture for. These are the two major challenges into the effective change. How to overcome the resistance to change and how to build the culture for change. If you can recall in the activities we have talked about actually, how to overcome the resistance for change, we need to motivate the people
Yes,
by
ma'am.
creating the readiness. So ये अभी आपको नीचे I'll be showing it out. So one important thing which is a five major activities which you need to recall actually. These are the five major activities which are contributing to the effective change
Change
management,
management.
which are contributing to the leading and managing the change actually, which is the seventh step into the OD process actually. Change management में भी आपको देखिए ये activities which will be applying, and in the OD process where does it fall? When we are going to implementation phase, leading
Yes.
and managing the change. So these, before the implementation actually of the OD or before the interventions, we need to do these 5 major activities actually. We need to motivate the change, which will be including creating readiness for change and overcoming the resistance to change. अब देखिए ये बहुत important part है जो आप लोग को जानना है. So 5 major activities are there: motivating change, creating a vision, developing political
Political
support,
support.
managing the transitions, and the sustaining the momentum. So motivating the change is including creating readiness for change, and for that we need to create the dissatisfaction, we need to spread the dissatisfaction. Actually, for that 3 strategies we had talked about: the sensitizing organization to pressure for change, reveal discrepancy between current state and the desired state, and convey the credible positive expectation for the change, and then only we can generate sufficient dissatisfaction to produce the change for creating the readiness for change, because people never change unless until there will be the compelling reason actually. So this is the human tendency. If you will not be giving them the
Yes.
proper reason, they will not be ready accepting the changes actually. So this was the how. अब देखिए यहाँ पे reply आ रहा है, देखिए, because we talk about the major challenges में resistance to change is the one of the reason for the what challenges for the
Challenge.
successful OD. But how to overcome the resistance to change? Through the 3 strategies are applied:
Strategy.
empathy and
Support.
support, proper
Communication.
communication, and participation and
Participation.
involvement. ये आप लोग को हाउ का ये आंसर आना चाहिए कि आप देखिए, for the motivating the people actually for change, we need to create the readiness for change, but through which methods? तो ये आप लोग को पता हो जाए. This is the
Yes.
practical thing. For motivating the people, we need to overcome the resistance. How? For that 3 strategy we need to follow, which is the empathy, communication, and participation.
Participation.
Yeah. Up second था creating a vision. How we can? For that, it includes the compelling vision are composed of 2 parts: describing the core ideology and constructing the envisioned future. So through that only we can create the actually vision. Third major activity was developing political support. That means dealing with the political dynamics of the change act. And for that, what we need to managing the political dynamics of the change. We need to assess the change management power. Then we need to identify the key stakeholders, key people of the organization, and then we need to influence the stakeholders. And for that, 3 major strategies apply: playing in a state, using social network, and going around the formal system. In the depth, we have already discussed, so I will not going in the depth. Then fourth activity is the managing the transition actually. So managing the transitions, 3 major activities are involved, which is activity planning, commitment planning, and the management structure. And for managing the transition, 4 learning practices are actually associated with the accelerated transitions, which are creating the system view of the organization, then creating shared meaning described, the usual mode, engage in affect action, after action review, and then fourth is the decentralizing implementation process actually. So managing the transition is very important for the success of the organization. So which activity we need to carry and which are the 4 learning practices which is involved at the managing the transitions. So they can here falls the training in the picture. 4 learning practices are associated with the managing the transition phase actually, because in any OD process, the change management, there is a 3 state: current state, transition, and then future state.
Future.
Yeah, that is the implementation state. Okay, so this managing the transition is a where they follow the changes following. And the 5th major activity was sustaining the momentum, that is sustaining the change and making it stick. So 5 activities can help to sustain the momentum for carrying change to completion. That is a providing resource for change, that is providing the proper right resources for change, then building a support system for the change agents or the OD expert, and then developing a new competency and skills, and then reinforcing the new behaviors and staying at course. So these are the 5 activities which are involved with for sustaining the change and then making it sticks. So this we had done we are done with the step session 4, and the session 5 is the last week only we have done it actually, if you can recall actually. So those were the models of the change.
Yes, ma'am.
Models of change, you can recall.
Yes, Scott Levin and yes, Scott Levin.
Kurt Lewin and
4 models we have.
uh, 4 models we had discussed actually for
Yes.
the variety, but I had told you the 10 models, which
10
is
models first.
the
Yes.
top 10 change models, which is in 2021, which are generally used. But the I had picked up the 4. First was a McKinsey 7S model, because why I have picked up it out, because this is good for the organization wide
Yes.
changes, because it is giving the all the 7S internal factors, it is we are focusing it out. Second was the Quotas 8 step
Quarters.
model,
It is.
which is good for the leading the change into the organization. This is the leading change model actually. And the third I picked up
Adhkar
Adhkar
model.
model. Why it is good? Why I have picked up it out? This is good for which level of change?
Not recalling.
You can read it out, you can understand, for the individual level of change.
Okay, ma'am. You told
For
that time
individual
ke
level of change, a
individually we
car
can.
model is
Yes,
very
yes.
effective actually, and for creating or for building the culture for change.
Culture.
Yeah, for if you want to build the culture for change in the organization, to change the individual. So individual level change के लिए अकार मॉडल है, organization wide change के लिए I chosen the McKinsey 7S model, because 7S total it is giving you the overview of the all the internal factors, and for leading the change model it was the quotas, and then I picked up which one, Kubler-Ross,
Kubler-Ross.
because these previous 3 models were not actually associating the addressing the emotional aspect of the people actually. That's why because Kubler-Ross, which are the grief, because the denial, anger, bargaining, depression, accept, these are the 5 stages of the grief cycle of the individual. So how to address it out for the changes actually. So that's why Kubler-Ross change curve I had picked up. Nash theory, why I picked up, this was the recent theory which is used by the government of wide. Worldwide government has used this nurse theory. This is the recent addition actually, which is providing you the directives for the change. In fact, and that's why I had chosen so change model for change model. That's why this was the variety. As a variety, I had given you this model actually. And the 6th
Yes, ma'am.
we have done today was the change
Yes, ma'am.
strategy. So that's what from my side actually. Anything you need to ask to me, you can ask. Otherwise, I have done with my side. So, have you got the clarity of the audience, DM?
Yes, ma'am.
Audience
Clarity
management.
definitely I have.
Yeah. So,
But I have to read it again. Every slides that
definitely.
make it more to them.
Without unless until you people will be going reading it out, you will not be understanding.
Yes,
Only
yes.
we can give you the overview and the
Overview. Yes.
idea of the subject.
Yes, yes, definitely.
So, otherwise, nobody unless until you will be going to the depth, you cannot. Actually, if you
Yes,
want
ma'am.
to practice it out, then definitely is actually required.
Yes.
So, so I am finishing
Yes,
this
ma'am.
today's session. So thank you for
Thank
being
you, ma'am.
patient
Thank
with
you.
me. Actually, so Verma ji is here. Verma ji, are you here? He is not here. Okay, then thank you
Okay, ma'am.
for
Thank
being
you.
for the
Bye, sir.
7 sessions.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
had been one session. I believe ki you had missed, na, out of 7.
117.
One.
One. I
So,
think fourth one I have missed.
so I was correctly saying that. Thank you for bearing me for the 6th session.
No, ma'am. It was my pleasure because on these classes basis only we clear all the papers.
Really? So आप लोग के दोनों सेमेस्टर्स क्लियर हो गए रुपेश?
Yes, yes, ma'am. सारे papers clear हो गए
Wow,
with good marks.
Oh, very good. Then this is good. And
Average
you were
average
most
is now
consistent.
69 something.
Oh, wonderful actually. And who else has qualify all the papers, clear all the papers in your knowledge?
No, ma'am, nobody has
Nobody else
shared
has
us.
Acha,
No,
nobody
no,
shared.
nobody has
Acha,
shared
you are
actually.
not aware of. Okay, you are not
Yeah.
aware of. We have not taken for the, maybe Verma ji must be having the results actually. So I was
Maybe.
not aware. That's why I think Jitendra, Arnav, all what they have done. You have to congratulations. So qualify this elective paper also and then have the degree.
Definitely, ma'am. I'm trying to
Oh,
get it
yeah.
within, I mean, stipulated time.
So as a faculty, this is the last interaction. But as the chairperson I'll be interacting you as a member.
Sure, ma'am.
Rupesh, so
Definitely, I will
contribute to
meet
the
you
chapter.
someday.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
uh, uh,
Physical meeting in the 2023. Yeah, we are planning 22. We are planning. So
okay, okay.
let's see. So we'll be able to meet it out. But actively monthly programs attend किया कीजिएगा.
Definitely, that last month, yesterday, I missed first time. Otherwise, every program I attended.
Exactly. New chapter hai actually. So we are
Yes,
encouraging
yes.
the people. Actually, the less participants are there.
No, no,
So,
definitely. Every,
okay.
okay, ma'am.
So wish you a very bright career in the future, Rupesh.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so that's it from us. Okay, bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm
Thank you.
ending my
Bye.
session.
Thank you.